NvtterBvtterGvrly, also known as Ava, is an animator that existed in the depths of YouTube back in 2010. She was a 20-year-old woman who had an average Chimo persona, speaking with very bad grammar and a cutesy voice when she had her microphone on. The usual stuff one would expect from someone participating in YouTube's early trends. Although Ava had a small sub count, she was notable for AMV edits, short webcam videos, and most of all, her animation memes made with Flash 32. In March of 2010, Ava posted a webcam video where she spoke to the audience in her silly persona voice about her favorite anime and the most recent episode of it. Based on the title, it was clear that the anime she was talking about would have been Heart Hatch Precure. Suddenly, her father creaked open the door off-screen and stepped into view, face unshown in a mildly annoyed tone. He told her about how she didn't come watch a movie with him like she promised. Ava, still remaining in character, responded to him saying that she was currently recording a video, which resulted in him telling her to shut it off when she's done and to come to the living room. He then leaned in to where his face was now visible to the camera and attempted to kiss his daughter on the lips, holding her by the cheek. She backed up and pushed him away with her foot, telling him to stop, before getting back to her commentary. This video was called Precure was very fun, happy face. And the description of the video had her inform the audience that she's fine, and her dad was just being weird. The original read as follows. Hi, ignore my dad, he puzzled me. Ignorant face, I think. Ava would move on to her regular posts afterwards, consisting of anime music videos and songs animated in Flash for the time being up until May. At that point in her time on YouTube, Ava's most recent videos had her speak in weird, varied messages to her audience, either through the animations or descriptions. In one animation titled Walking on the Sun X3, it had her character doing a walk cycle with rave lights flashing in the background. In the video, text would appear for a millisecond as the video song plays. Reading, look at her, she's by herself, on the bottom right. Judging by the comment section at the time, no one seemed to notice. The next video, titled Goofballs and Mickey D's LOL, involved her doing a vlog with her college friends at McDonald's. One of her friends arrived back, commenting on that he found a quarter in the toilet. Ava would recoil and tell her friends and to go wash his hands, and that he wouldn't touch anyone and that he shouldn't touch anyone after reaching in there. As he walked back to the restroom, she turned the camera back to herself and commented about it, saying something tantamount to just like a certain someone we know, huh? The next several videos afterwards came off as somewhat normal at first glance, until the descriptions of the videos were put together. Only one video after these five wraps back around, onto the plea Ava was trying to send off. First video's description. I hope you enjoyed the AMV. Been getting really into Fruits Basket lately. Cheering face. Second video's description. Have you ever heard of Head Party? I did. Tasty stuff. Love it. Third video's description. Nobody in my fringe group ever talks about the show but me. Embarrassed face. Fourth video's description. To talk to Luffy and hang out with him would be awesome. Madden AMV2 to appreciate this dude. X33. Fifth video description. Help. Help. Ah, I'm gonna pass out. I'm so proud of you. How this turned out. I was happy with the other animes I'm mad at, but this one takes the cake. Smiley face. Ava later uploaded a short animation test just weeks after the fifth video, with hardly any effort compared to the one she normally does. All that her subscribers got that day was a 2-framed clip of her OC dancing left and right, with last 5 videos connected dots below flowing above. Still, no one understood the meaning as her follower count only hit 22 at the time. But it was subsequently discovered that upon putting the first word of every sentence of every description together, a brand new sentence formed. I have nobody to talk to help. Weeks later, she would post this comment in her most recent upload. None of you get the memo. None of you got the memo. Get ready for a surprise. There was barely any punctuation. Strangely enough, there was no spelling errors either, which is unlike her. What followed was her inactivity for 4 weeks, with some of the comments questioning if she was alright. Allegedly, her college friends came into the comment section asking where she was, as she had been absent from class for a long time. Speculation says that she could have been swiftly pulled out for online classwork. Finally, on July 24, Ava posted her final video, the title being Psycho Teddy Anime. The thumbnail being of her character with a comically disturbed expression, making a peace sign to the viewer. The video in question was an animation parody for the song of the same name. In the video, as the song played, a person drawn in her style with a cutout JPEG of her father's face replacing the head, saying to the viewers as he chimed on. The video cuts to clips of him chasing Ava's persona and tightly hugging her, then gradually grew worse with him forcing himself onto her character. Once the "just squeeze me" line was said in the song, a real photograph of Ava and her father popped up on screen for a very short interval, before cutting back to her character staring in a picture of her real room and playing the "Do you really, 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 really want to?" line. Her character was now staring at the viewer, her smile widening until her gums were exposed, her teeth yellow with plaque, and a single black bar taking the place of where her eyes should have been, firmly rimmed, and sometimes unspaced phrases flicked over the dark smudge. Some were hard to make out, as if they were scrawled by a hurrying hand. But the more legible ones were "Blind till now," "Abhor you lonely sloth," and "I hate you." Once the "I'm a psycho Teddy" line was heard, the "Do you really, 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 really want to?" line repeated incessantly on a non-stop loop. Her character walked out of her room and 3 photographs of her house as this happened, each background transitioning with a zoom out and hard cut. Eventually, she reached a photograph of her kitchen, with cooking ambience being heard. The depiction of her father can be seen, with a pan in hand frying an egg. The line, as mentioned before, was still repeated, but this time it has simply been reduced to "Do you want to?" Ava's character stood next to her father. He suddenly turned to his right, directly at her. Suddenly she gripped onto the handle of the pan and the scene cut to black. Various blurry pictures of her real father faded in and out of view, as low-quality, muffled screams of a man sounded off. The pictures ranged from her father just as he was hit with a pan, to Ava herself holding her father's corpse by the head, to the camera with an innocent smile. The video abruptly ended, cutting off the song and homicide audio. Everyone in the comments was flying in a frenzy over the tragedy. One of them, rumored to be from a classmate she knew, friend called the police on her home and referred to her as Ava, hence the mention. A day after the video was posted, her channel was spontaneously deleted. But beforehand, she edited her video's description to give one final message, one that explained everything in just a few words. He loved me more than I wanted to. Smiley face. Credits go to LaFonda Pasta.